The Zebra, with apologies to Edgar Allan Poe, by LoyalLiar. Nevermore. Once upon a path less trodden, I walked in rain that left me sudden, and set in search of herbs with which to brew elixir pure. Upon that road I wandered stray, and found ahead in my way a patch of flowers brilliant blue that tempted me with sick allure. Then my fate was sealed for sure. Beware, beware, I once had warned. Alas, my own advice I scorned, to spy the foul nature of the pose and joke that lay before, as I realized my error. My striped body filled with terror, and my tongue took on this foulest cadence that I know bear forth. Quoth the zebra, I'll procure the antidote on my detour. So ahead I trot thereafter, my hoofs treading soil far faster, seeking long desperate to find the herbs that I'd implore. In the beam of sunlight resting, heart's desire waited, resting, in the midst of hydras nesting on the forest floor. Only they and nothing more. Fetching forth my shaman's staff, I steeled my nerves, for I was brave, and knew that I would rather die than rhyme this way, so foul, impure. So I leapt into the fray, and as I speak, suffice to say, that as the sunbeam glimmered, glistened, of the neck rings that I wore, those foul hydras could not stand to keep me from the herbal cure. Of this fact I must assure, when the battle fierce with frenzy came to an end in glory and the envy of the other shamans of my lands on foreign shore, I secured my precious plants, and did a little victory dance, for turning back towards my hut, where more ingredients waited for my careful hoof and nothing more. In my home both warm welcome, concealed behind a mask named Malcolm, and I must protest it how hard it is to rhyme decor. There I hid my second need, a bottle full of secret seed, but when I looked upon that flask, my heart sank down beneath the floor, in pain that I could not restore. The seeds I needed were expended, and though I tried and I pretended, the truth was I lacked that which my potion wanted for. Worse still yet, sought in passing, with new horror still surpassing, that which I had in my years of alchemy ere known before. Those rare seeds that I required grew not of joke nor heart's desire, but a plant that only grew along my people's distant shore. Ego's weed we called the reedy, stock of which we hoarded needy, for its strange and potent powers to undo spells both foul and poor. Yet it only grew when seen, and so in glens both brown and green, we set up masks that fooled the plant to think it was viewed with ardor, just a trick and nothing more. But with each trip that apple bloom had come into my living room, her rambunctious nature caused my masks to fall from my front door, and their hooks on walls and more. So my ego's wheat had withered, and it could not be delivered. I knew that the great voyage across the waves to home would I endure, if I sought to speak once more. Twilight Sparkle's glistening castle held the tool that I was after, a swift and silent air balloon, not seen nor used since season 4. I rapped twice upon the ingress, and twilight seeking to impress. In no more than 2 mere seconds flung open that gorgeous door. "Zakura, what brings you to town so early?" And then with a frown, she added, "Please, you've got to help get Pinky off the dance floor. She's been holed up in there since 4. I fear I cannot help you yet, but please heed me and do not fret, for I have need of the balloon you've hidden here since season 4. I must travel far ashore." Twilight frowned, whatever for? Before I could elaborate, in rhymes that left me quite irate, Pinkie Pie rushed out from hallways decked with gems and gilded doors. "Zakura, what's wrong? You sound sick. What's with all of the trochaic? Octameter? I don't like it. Sounds depressing, that's for sure. Oh, sounds spooky. Nevermore. I'll spare you now a full transcription of my elaborate prescription, necessary to remove the curse that I had suffered for. Once my recitation finished, Pinky's smile not diminished, and she insisted that she join me on my quest to foreign shore. So we packed up the balloon with cupcakes, ice creams, giant spoons, and other implements of waste that she found at the party store. Only this and nothing more. The fire lit and up we flew, into the open, cloudless blue. For Rainbow had found 10 seconds to clear the sky between her snores. And out across the open sea we flew, and through a sea party that left me in a fouler mood than even Twisted Rams before. I'd never seen sky sick before. After days of sweets and candy, in the distance I saw sandy beaches that I recognized from months and years that passed before, longing for a lime or grass or any other plant to pass. For food that wasn't laced with sugar, my eyes filled with thoughts galore, even seaweed on the shore. I dined on it and nothing more. Well, we made it. Where's this ego stuff we need? And when can we go meet some zebras? They like candy? 'Cause I brought some more. After moments spent to vomit, I shot off a stripy comet, looking for familiar masks that on the trees would mark my spoor. 'Twas all I dreamed and nothing more. Pinky followed, gaily hopping, somehow tracking, never stopping, till with shrill and piercing shriek she cried out with her huge lungs, "Score!" Only this and nothing more. Yet I'd say nothing more was needed, for ahead a field was seeded, rid with ego's weed and ringed with striped and spotted masks galore. Not long after I combined the potion that was there defined upon the page contained in Supernatural's rare and precious lore, and with a sigh I breathed aloud that precious breath drawn tall and proud, and there pronounced my judgment on that foul blue weed that made me sore. No more, no more, never more! I'll burn that awful plant for sure.
Author's note. Apart from a few grammatical edits, this fic is presented as it was produced during the 2-hour period for the Iron Author competition at Everfree Northwest 2015. I hope you've enjoyed it.
We here at Pony&Wolf Productions thank these amazing patrons of ours for their monthly support, without which all of this would not be possible. We sincerely appreciate it, and every dollar helps, is needed, and will be used to keep us going to produce audiobooks for your continued enjoyment. It is, now more than ever, important that you support your favorite creators if possible, due to YouTube changing in a way that is not very friendly to content creators, especially small content creators, like us. In recent months, the names you see on screen have enabled Midnight and Visual Pony to keep going and only having to sell off part of their belongings to not end up on the street. As an incentive for everyone, Visual Pony has broken a vow and has promised to read and record Fallout Equestria, Murky number 7, should the monthly support reach $1,500. To be clear, this is the absolute minimum amount needed to keep the apartment and all bills paid without starving, while a production of this size is ongoing. The estimated time for this production would be 3 to 4 years, but people already said that Project Horizons was impossible to do, right? And now look who did it, so with Pony&Wolf, you know we can finish the job. For further information on how to support us, please have a look at the description of this video, as there are also other ways, like our merch store. Sincerely and forever yours, your Pony&Wolf team.